And good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Supreme TV, Confessions of a Business Owner. My name is GIna and I'm the founder and CEO of Aja Deliveries, a delivery concierge service, and of course, your resident host. So just like last week and all the other Wednesday nights of this month of May, we are having a Mother's Day special. And tonight, I am very excited to have two wonderful ladies who will enlighten us on how it is to be a mother and a business owner. So, hindi ko na po patatagalin pa because I know that we have a lot of exciting things to talk about. So, I'd like to bring on stage our first beautiful mommy, Miss Karen Abanilla.
Hello, good evening, Janae.
Hi. Of course, Miss Karen from AXA Philippines. All right. Let's now bring in our other speaker, our other guest for tonight. No other than Miss GIna Daval-Santos.
Good evening, everyone.
Yes, of course, from the Premier Medical Center. All right. Good evening to the beautiful ladies. Happy Mother's Day for the whole month, no?
Happy Mother's Day to everyone.
For this whole month. So, gaya ng sinabi ko, every Wednesday night this whole month of May, ang pinag-uusapan natin is about motherhood and business together. So, I want to get started with your story. Like, can you please tell us about your family? Okay, can tell us first about your business, what you do, and then tell us about your family. By the way ha, sa lahat ng mga viewers natin, sa episode po na to, wala pong nakakaalam kung ano yung mga tanong. Okay? Kasi I wanna put them on the spot. I wanna get their reactions. So, the more natural they are, the better. So, go ahead. Let's start with Miss GIna. Please tell us about your business and then tell us about your family.
Okay. I am presently the Social Services and Marketing Director of the Premier Medical Center and also one of the founders of the hospital. I'm a mother of 7 and a widow.
7? Did you say 7?
Yes, 7.
7? Oh my gosh. Guys, did you know that about Miss GIna? 7?
Wala eh. 7 lang kaya ko.
Ay, kulang pa daw pala. Oh my gosh.
Eh kasi wala akong boy.
Oh, so you wanted to try as much as you can to have a boy. Wow. So what are the
Sana.
ages of your children?
My eldest is 36. The second, she's a graduate of airline management. The second one is a doctor, and she's 30 4. The third one is a graduate of graphic arts and design. Minus 2. Third year. The fourth one is 1995 eh. The taon na yun. 7.5 years ang gap nila.
Okay.
So kasi I was so hoping na yung pang-apat sana, boy, girl pa din bigay ni Lord eh. And then, yung pang-5 is a graduate o, did I say, yung pang-4 is a dentist. And then yung pang-5, graduate of culinary sa engineer.
Wow.
And yung pang-6, second year college, sa Lasal. And then the 7th one and the youngest is grade 11 at St. Andrews School.
Wow, grabe. Wow. I can just imagine how hard that is. Ako isa lang yung sa akin eh. Na-challenge na ako sa'yo 7. Okay, and then you also mentioned that you are a widow. Tama ba? Widow yung tawag doon. Yes. That you're a widow.
Yes. Oo.
How many years back?
He passed away August 30 of 2019.
Oh, so recently pa lang. Like 2 years.
2 years na siya by August.
Okay. All right. Wow. So, how does it feel like to raise 7?
Syempre mahirap.
Kaya nyo ba yun? 7? Can anyone comment down below? Sino po sa inyo ang may 7 children? 7? Oh my gosh. Like, how do you do that? How do you raise up 7 children in different time zones?
May oras ako noon na hindi ako natutulog. Kasi, siyempre, di ba, mga babies, gising sila sa gabi. Sa umaga, papasok ako. Wala ako tulog.
Team Puyat.
At in Puyat. Pero, siyempre, kailangan mo pa rin mag-dress up, mag-make up, hindi mahalatang may eye bag ka dyan.
Hindi halatang Team Puyat ka, Miss GIna. Okay. Meron akong So, okay. Let's relate it a little bit with your business. So, the business that you have right now, when your husband was still alive, it's a business that you both work in together or magkaiba kayo ng business ni husband?
Magkaiba kami.
Magkaiba kayo, okay.
He used to be the city engineer of Paranaque.
Okay,
and
alright.
I own a travel agency also.
Okay, alright. So, travel agency, on top of the being part of the Premier Medical Center, and then siya naman is ibang business. Okay, so while he was there, so I guess obviously the husband is providing for your family, and then yung business that you have on the side is more to help augment your income. My question is, how long were you a businesswoman from the beginning or only at the latter part of your being a mom? How long ago have you been a business owner?
When I gave birth to my fourth, that's the time he allowed me na to
mag-business.
Up into office and sabi ko, office na naman, 8 to 5. Parang di ko na kaya. So that was the time na I established my own travel agency.
Okay. So, after the 4th child na. So, ibig sabihin yung 5, 6, 7, yun, business owner ka na habang lumalaki yung tatlo na yun. Okay, right.
Yes,
so, I'm gonna ask a question about that. Pause muna tayo sa Miss GIna. Let's go to Miss Karen. Okay, Miss Karen, please tell us about your business and tell us your story, your family.
Okay. Kami kasi ng husband ko, we started doing business right after college. Kasi hindi kami nag-asawa. Kasi I'm 44 right now and two kids who are in med school already. So we started doing business right after college, but I had to stop because the kids were growing. So naging soccer mama ko for a long time until they graduated high school. And so I had nothing to do at home anymore kasi they used to be very busy with school and sports. So dati talagang busy, I take care of everything. But then when they
Mhm.
started going to college, wala na akong gagawin sa
Na
bahay.
lumuwag.
Yeah.
Lumuwag na yung ano mo,
And
schedule mo.
then, yeah, and nag-separation anxiety rin ako kasi just imagine when you open your door, your kids are always, just behind those closed doors. And then suddenly wala sila kasi they started staying in their dormitories because they have to train twice a day. You know how the life of a swimmer is training
Mhm.
early in the morning and may training din late at night. So they have to stay dun sa school where they're going. And so a friend invited me out of nothing to do talaga, to be perfectly honest. I just wanted to attend the training and naisip ko rin na parang I should do something else other than, stay at home and parang not be productive, yung parang walang contribution sa society. So, sige na nga. Uh, I never planned to enter the life insurance industry.
Mhm.
Tapos, it's a blessing, I think. And yung timing is just perfect for me.
Mhm. Yeah. Okay. So, which means by the time that you were busy doing the business of the life insurance, your kids are already in college. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. So, medyo ano na yon, less ano stressful ng konti. Okay? But okay, now Miss
Yes.
GIna, are you back?
Yes.
Miss GIna, are you back? Ayan, medyo nagkakaroon tayo ng internet challenge a little bit, no? But hopefully Miss GIna is
Yeah.
there. Miss GIna, can you hear us? You're all black. Miss GIna? There. Okay. Can you hear us now? Okay. Your audio, we can't hear you. Your microphone. Can you say something? Yes. Go ahead and say something, Miss GIna. Pagey, Miss GIna. Ayan, welcome to the Philippines. Ito po talaga ang challenge natin every time. Ayan, Miss GIna, we can hear something.
Right na?
Ayan na! Very good. Okay. Houston, we have connection. Okay, so I have a question for both of you. Okay, so I want you to be as casual and as natural and as honest as possible because of course every time we have Supreme TV, this is the vision of this show is really to help business owners, and the more that we are real and honest with our experiences, the more that other business owners can relate and can learn. All right? So, my question to both of you, I'm sure magiging magkaiba yung sagot ninyo. Kasi si Miss GIna, nung nag-business siya, meron pa siyang 5th, 6th, 7th child. Di ba? Lumalaki pa lang. Si Miss Karen naman, college na yung mga kids niya. Okay? But here is my question. As a mother and a business owner, how did you manage balancing family and business at the same time? Let's
Si
start
Karen
with
muna.
Miss Karen.
Well, I'm lucky to be part of a group na who's of doing the business. So, very picky rin ako sa group ko and natutunan from them. These are in corporate
Miss Karen, nagka-choppy tayo.
Oo.
Talaga.
Ayan. Ayan, medyo okay na ulit.
Okay.
I have an idea. Can we try to turn off your camera and let's just do audio? Let's just try that. Hopefully that will,
Okay.
bawasan konti. Like, nakita naman namin ang iyong kagandahan. Let's try. Let's turn off cam and let's just do audio. Tingnan natin if the connection will be better. Go ahead, Miss Karen.
Okay. So ako kasi I'm really part of a group, no, or a team na very anal about how they do their business, and time management for us is really an important factor in our business, because if we don't manage it well, uh, may malaki yung possibility that we don't, maximize the business, and marami kaming procrastination na mangyayari sa amin, because we don't really report for work ng 8 to 5, and we just have a meeting every Mondays, and we report our production. So nasanay ako, and the routine and the group is really helpful for me. So because my kids are bigger, hindi masyadong challenge for me yung time management and time for my family din.
Mm-hmm. Wow! Ang swerte naman ni Miss Karen. But how about, okay, so for the kids, okay lang kasi nga nasa college na sila, they're doing their own thing, right? But how about managing family life like with your husband? Ayan. Was there ever a situation that maybe your husband was feeling na you're doing more for your business versus spending time with him, or vice versa? How was it?
I've known my husband since prep school.
Wow! As in prep,
I'm
yung maliit?
thinking, oo. So, ang
Oh my God,
iniisip
before
ko
grade
is,
1?
yeah, time away from him is, I think, something that, it's not naman that he doesn't want to spend time with me, but I think it's also a relief in a way for both of us that, we live a certain part of our life apart from each other. Hindi naman kami maghapon na magkasamang ano. So, and it does help that he's also busy and he goes out of town. So, of course, we make time. Nagde-date kami pre-pandemic. We usually go on dates, especially because kami lang dalawa nandito sa bahay.
Right.
It's not really much of a challenge. It's more of a challenge when my parents are around and I have to, take care of all their lakad for the week, the whole time they're staying with me. But for my husband and kids, it's manageable.
Wow! Parang feeling ko naman sobrang blessed si Miss Karen with that, no? Sabi mo, Miss GIna. But for all of our viewers out there, Miss Karen mentioned something important. She said na even if there's time apart from your spouse, it's actually a relief. Like it's also a good thing that you don't have to be together the whole time. O, diba, yung mga jealous wife dyan, hindi kailangan forever magkasama. There's also benefit of you also have a life outside of your own, of your life together. Life together and then a life outside of that. Yes. Oh, very, words of wisdom yan for Miss Karen. So, how about you, Miss GIna? Ayan, I think Miss GIna has more exciting stories. Raising 3
Ano
more
ang
children
question?
while there's, Ayan, Miss GIna, my question is, how did you manage balancing family and business at the same time?
Managing business and family at the same time. Nung una, hindi ako ina-allowed ng husband ko. So, kasi sabi niya, bantayan mo na lang sila. when they go to school, kailangan nakatutok ka. Ganyan, ganyan. Tapos nga, nung pagdating sa fourth baby ko, sabi ko, naiinip na ako, parang sayang namin pinag-aralan ko. Tapos ibubuli ko dito. Kaya sabi ko, nagkaroon ako ng vision noon na dapat magkaroon ako kahit little small business muna. So that time, nag-ano lang ako, agent, selling kung ano-ano. Basta may kita lang kahit konti. Not just to get bored, di ba? Boring kasi minsan din. Alam mo yun, na pagka may idle time ka, tapos alam mong graduate ka ng college, tapos magiging plain housewife, parang hindi acceptable sa akin. So, that was the time, nagkaroon ako ng vision, sabi ko, kailangan magkaroon na ako ng small business. So, I started yun, agent muna. Tapos, way back 2005, yun yung first established ng nung travel agency. Kasi, di ba, it is so important na to align your vision on what you want to create, di ba? For your business and syempre for your family, no? Agree ako doon kay Karen na time management din talaga. And kailangan may supportive family ka din. Kasi kung hindi supportive din yung husband mo, hindi ka, nothing will go through, di ba?
So, pero Miss GIna, habang lumalaki yon, kasi na-imagine ko lang, you're building a business. It's a brand new business, right? And then your children are growing up, right? Paano mo siya nababalance? Hello, my baby. Hello, Team Puyat. Hello, hashtag Team Puyat yung mga ano.
Actually, I'm lucky enough na meron kaming parang helper din. Tapos, there are times, andito mama ko, ma, pakibantayan naman yung mga anak ko. Sandali lang, alis na ako. Ganon.
Yeah.
Nabuhay ako sa ganon kasi wala naman akong sariling helper. Wala. As in, ako, nagpalaki sa kanila talaga.
I can just imagine, nababaliw ako, Miss GIna. So, meron kang 3 pa na lumalaki, tapos yung 4, yun yung medyo malaki na sila. Siguro nauutusan mo na sila, alagaan mo si baby. O, ikaw, palitan mo yung diaper ni ganon?
Actually, very seldom.
Very seldom. Ikaw talaga?
Ako talaga. Ako talaga.
Meron na po akong isa-submit na proposal. Wonder Woman / Superwoman Award goes to Miss GIna. Miss Karen, do you agree? 7 kids? I can't imagine.
Grabe.
Siyempre, yun na bigay ni Lord. So,
challenging yun.
Alam mo, para sa akin kasi, every child is a blessing.
Yes, every
At saka,
child is a blessing.
may pagbabago sa buhay nyo, bawat anak.
Wow. Grabe. Kaya magandang gawa ng telenovela yung story ni Miss GIna kasi bawat isang anak may bagong storya, di ba? 7 children.
Totoo yun. Nagkaroon kami ng house and lot, kahit na muna, maliit, townhouse. Tapos, after yung second baby ko, nagkaroon na kami ng kotse. Kahit second hand din, at least meron ka.
Oo.
Ganon, unti-unti, gradual.
The different stages of Miss GIna's life, yes. Yan, gawa na natin ang storyline yan. Okay. So, I have another question for both of you. Okay. Ito, pahirap ng pahirap ang mga katanungan eh. So, warm up pa lang. So, here's my next question. Okay. Ayan, sinabi ko lang pahirap ng pahirap na wala si Miss Karen. Okay, here's our next question. Okay. As a mother, what would you say was one of the biggest challenges you have had as a parent? What was one? I'm sure maraming mga challenges yan na na-overcome nyo, ganyan. Pero isa yung parang katangi-tangi na parang, oh my gosh, yung mga na ano talaga kayo, nayanig kayo, ganyan. What was one of the biggest challenges you've had as a parent? Let's start with Miss GIna.
Siguro yun na yung time, kasi sinabi ko sa'yo kanina na pumapasok ako ng walang tulog.
Naiiyak ka ba ng mga panahon na yun? Paano ba
Oo.
itong ginagawa ko?
Minsan, may time ako na parang gusto ko na mag-give up. Ano ba to? Ganito na lang ba ako? Ganon. Nagkakaroon ka rin ng anxiety, ha? Tapos, siguro, part din ng postpartum. Kasi, di ba yung mga bagong panganak, nagkakaroon ng, ewan ko, basta parang paranoid ka. Kaya siguro, better na dapat wala kang idle time. Better na meron kang pinagkakalibangan. Oo, nalilibang ka sa baby mo, pero iba pa rin yung pinagkakalibangan mo na work as in kumikita ka. Kasi hindi naman lahat hihingiin mo sa asawa mo. Kahit man lang yung underwear at saka yung mga pa. Pero totoo yun I'm speaking through experience kasi hindi mo naman pengen naman pambili ng ano. Yung pambili ng ano. Yung mga gano'n, kahit small things, di ba? Hindi mo kailangan iasa sa kanya lahat. So, better na meron kang kita on your own. So, siguro yun ang big challenge that time.
And how did you overcome those sad moments?
Edi syempre, sabi ko, one day, parang nagising ako. Sabi ko, kailangan may purpose ako. Bilang nanay, and bilang kahit small business owner. So that was the time na nag-isip ako ng yung heartbreak mo ba na, why? Bakit ako nagkaganito? Paano? How? Tapos, who? Where? When? Kailan ako mag-i-start? Ngayon na! So, nagkaroon ako ng positive thinking. Nagkaroon ako ng positive attitude na dapat, while raising your baby, mag-ano ka din, think about something na pagkakalibangan mo. So that was the time.
Yes. The power of the mind. No? So from sad to making something out of it. Okay. How about you, Miss Karen? What was one of the biggest challenge that you've had as a parent?
Okay. For me, siguro, my biggest challenge was right after the birth of my first child, and getting pregnant again after a year. Sunuran kasi yung dalawa kong anak, and I was too young then. I was in my early 20s, and ang challenge then was parang you didn't get to parang plan out your adult life. Parang one thing happened after another, and during that time it was really difficult because I was pregnant with my second child while taking care of another baby. Tapos we're having one of our houses renovated sa may sukat. So may nagpupukpok ng mga karpintero. Tapos hindi ako makaluto, hindi naman ako marunong magluto, hindi ako marunong so yung worker sa construction, siya yung magluluto. Kasama yung ulam namin doon sa ulam ng mga
construction
workers. Pinapasabay namin yung luto kasi I'm pregnant, tapos may baby akong inaalagaan, and And my husband then was away. So sabi ko, yun yung challenge noon, maraming crying moments noon. And then I think because parang baptism of fire siya, right when it
Mhm.
happened, sunuran, talagang parang bugbog sarado ka ng more than 2 years. Ah, hindi na kami nagkaroon ng third child after that. Because
Parang okay na yan, okay na tayo. Kota na
oo,
tayo.
medyo na-trauma kami and then we delayed it. Hindi na kami din talaga, it never happened na namigay na kami ng crib and all.
Mm.
Kasi ang hirap when you're really young.
Yeah.
And you see your friends enjoying their life, going out. Ito yung
Mm.
party,
Time,
time
age, party
na,
age.
yeah,
Yes.
na you get drunk, 'di ba? So, I didn't experience that. Hindi ako nakapag-disco and all. Maaga yung responsibility na napunta sa
Hashtag
amin. So,
adulting. Adulting early is
oo.
barren.
Oo. So, ngayon available na ako mag-disco, kaya lang may pandemic.
Okay, but yeah, si Miss GIna available na din siya mag-disco kasi ano, ano na siya,
All the
ready to
time.
go. All the time. Okay. So, Miss Karen, I could just imagine like the pressure of doing that, no? Siguro mix-mix na yun na nag-aalaga ka ng baby, buntis ka, tapos syempre puyat ka, all that, and the hormones and
Yeah.
everything. How were you able to overcome that? And I guess this message will greatly benefit the first time mothers out there, first time mothers out there on how they can be encouraged that they can overcome it.
Yeah. Well, I don't really remember the details anymore because that's a long time ago. That's over 20 years now. But I just remember, growing up in a family where the women are always yung parang strong and they can stand on their own feet. Ah,
Mm-hmm.
Yun yung personality ng mga babae sa pamilya ko and siguro may namana ko yun sa lola ko or something. But then, uh, every day you deal with the challenge and then you find a solution for it. Ngayon madali kong sabihin 'yan, pero noon talagang iyak-iyak din ako talaga. And nagkukulong pa ako sa kwarto no'n kasi hindi ko na malaman kung anong gagawin ko. But
Oh my
I think,
gosh.
gano'n 'yun, eh, you experience yung these kinds of things and then it teaches you life lessons that you can
Mhm.
take on, and when you're older you look back at these experiences and
And you're
it
just
makes you
gonna
grateful
smile.
that you had those, yeah, that you
Yeah.
had those experience and then parang whatever comes your way, mani-mani na ngayon.
Yes. Kayang-kaya mo na yon, di ba? Okay. So you just have to look ahead of what's in front of you. Sobrang challenging, dami mong iniiyak ngayon, pero isipin mo na lang, years after that, imagining yourself, you've already overcome everything. Yan. We have some
Yeah.
questions here. We have a lot of
Current
viewers.
situation.
Okay, we have a lot of viewers, sabi dito ni Miss Louise. Ka-level ang Harry Potter book, 7. 7 daw. Okay. Yeah, okay. May magandang question dito. So, Alvin, his question is, what advice can you give to families whose mom is working and daddy is staying at home? So, what advice can you give? It's like the opposite, no? Na kayo kasi nag-stay at home kayo, tapos the daddy is working. So, ito naman opposite. What's your advice?
Ako, it happened to us kasi during our first year of marriage, ako yung unang nag-work. Yung husband ko sa bahay.
Ah.
Siya yung nag-aalaga. Ang panganay namin, first baby.
Uh-huh.
Naku, there were so many times na nagiging bugnutin. Sabi ko, when the time when the time comes na fed up na ako, Hindi gusto mo, ikaw na yung magtrabaho. Ako sa bahay. Kasi, di ba, in the Philippines, normally, lalaki naman talaga
Nag-work.
naghahanap
Yes.
buhay, di ba?
Yes.
Para sa family. Eh, ngayon na lang naman, nowadays na lang naman, dahil mga iba na yung dating ng mga millennials na both na dapat nagtatrabaho.
Mm-hmm.
Alam mo, may advice ko, kailangan mo ng patience. Patience is the number one ally. We get tested in life, di ba?
Yes. Let's go,
Either from a
patience.
business or from a personal perspective. Kasi, kailangan mong maging patient to let things unfold at a pace that you can manage around the additional care for your children.
Right.
Kasi kung wala kang tiyaga, oh my God, mag-aaway lang tayo.
Oh, narinig mo yun, ha? Narinig niyo po yun. So, mga may daddy staying at home and mommy's working, kailangan ng patience. Okay. How about you, Miss Karen?
Yes. Ang view ko kasi among the sexes is equality parate eh. And it doesn't make a daddy less of a man if they're staying at home and cooking food for the family. I think
Yeah.
what works best for the family, di yun ang sundin, di ba? It shouldn't be gender oriented yung roles in the family. It should be skills oriented. So if the dad is good in cooking, let the dad cook. If the mom is good in driving, then let the mom drive. So, whatever works for the family. Tas wala namang standard na sinusunod eh. And I think
Yeah.
it's acceptance and being open to, pag mahal mo yung pamilya mo, tanggap mo naman kahit ano eh. And I think that should be the norm actually in the future din.
Ang ganda naman ng sagot ni Miss Karen. Number 35 sa balota. Iboto niyo po, Miss Karen Abanilla. Ang ganda naman ng sagot mo, Miss Karen. Di ba? That's a wonderful message for everyone that parenting, the dynamics of your family must be based on what works for your family. Right? It doesn't have to be
Yes.
gender-based. Ang ganda niya. It's really great. Okay, we have another question here. Sabi, with the current setup of the world today, do you think that it's still possible to be the super women you have become? Okay, so because of course you guys many years back na kayo, di ba? Ang dami
Yeah.
yung pinagdaanan and like talagang sabi ko nga, Miss GIna, apply natin for Superwoman of the Year, di ba? Wonder Woman of the Year, 7 children, di ba? But now, sa situation today, with the demands of the times sa panahon ngayon,
Yeah.
and of course the attitudes of the new parents in this time and age, and even the environment as well, do you think that it's still possible for them to become super women? Yes or no? Miss GIna, kaya pa
Yes,
ba 7
pwede.
kids ngayon?
Pwede pa rin. Pwede pa din. Kasi,
Yeah.
number one, when you got married, dapat naka-set na yung mind mo na ito yung life na mararanasan mo. Diba? And swerte na lang nung iba na born with a silver spoon, mayaman na agad yung parents. Diba? So, less na yung kanilang strive para umangat sa buhay. Pero for those na mahirap, they started from zero, they started from nothing, inaano pa lang nila, kumbaga sa step ladder, unti-unti pa lang nila na. I think meron pa rin naman super women. Lalo na if you're living with your in-law.
Wow, usapang in-laws. I think ibang episode yan. Mahabang usapan po yan, usapang in-laws.
Napakahirap
pero,
sa isang
pero Miss Gina, okay, so
napakahirap
ang
sa isang
question,
babae.
okay, but one question I have here is, with the thinking of the people now, do you think that there are still women who want 7 kids? Question mark. Dapat tanungin
Malay
natin
mo.
yung mga ano ba tawag dun sa age group after the millennials? Ano tawag dun, Miss Karen? Senials ba? Hindi. May tawag dun may word dun. But
Yeah,
I forgot the term. But
Generation.
do you think that there are still people, Miss Karen, do you think there are still women who still would want to have 7 kids at this time?
well, I know some groups who are still advocates of,
Okay.
yung hindi nagko-control ng having kids. But
Yes.
siguro it's another, kasi these are religious groups
Okay.
who are against mga birth control. And so, other than those, the trend nowadays is just to have a few So,
Yun na nga. Have a few.
yeah.
But then the question is, do you think that the women like you guys, obviously you guys are strong women to have gone through that. Do you think that the women of today would have that same tenacity to go through life just as you guys have? Miss Karen.
Well, I would think it depends on how they were raised and
Mm,
what sort of beliefs they have to start with.
right.
They have to be strong when they're young. They have to be supported and
Mhm.
parang the parents should always make them think that they can forge their own way and that's why it's also important to let them experience things yung mahirap madali and to have more just enough experience to appreciate the good and the bad and to have a better understanding of what they should be. I think it really depends on how they were raised when they were young. So importante yung pagpapalaki ng anak.
Yes. And we go back to you guys because looks like you raised your children really well. And are they contributing to society already? I think kay Miss Gina, no? Meron na siyang 36 years old. Miss Karen,
Yeah.
how about your children? Ano na ba sila contributing
Um,
to society?
well, yung panganay ko, my daughter, she worked for 1 year. She's a graduate of UST, speech language pathology. So she worked for a year. So yun, she paid tax for 1 year. Thank you, Alvin.
Yes.
and but now she's back in school. She's taking up med, and also my son will be entering med school come August. So in the
Wow.
future, they will contribute to society. Not right
Society,
now.
yes. More doctors. Yan. Kay Miss Gina, parang kompleto ka na ba, Miss Gina? Parang narinig ko, meron kang culinary, meron kang airline, meron kang dentist, meron pang ano po ba yung profession na kulang pa sa
Wow.
7 kids mo?
Lawyer. Wala pa akong
Lawyer?
lawyer.
Wala kang lawyer.
At
Ayun
saka
daw yung
engineer.
mapapangasawa niya. Isa sa mga anak mo, Miss Gina, mapapangasawa, lawyer.
Pa. Gusto ko yung anak ko mismo.
Ayan, pwede pa dun sa grade 11. I-ready mo na siya. So, ganyan. Okay, let's go to my next question. Okay, my next question naman is, I know this is a little bit negative, but the purpose of the question is for people to learn from it. So what would you say is one of your biggest regrets as a mother? And then pwede siguro para hand in hand with positivity, parang you can tell us what is your biggest regret and then you can tell us what would you say is your biggest achievement or the biggest thing that you're proud of as a mother. Okay, so regret, side-by-side achievement. So, doon muna tayo sa parang sana, ganito ginawa ko, sana, ganyan, and then achievement. Okay, let's start with Miss Gina. Sabay turo. Miss Gina, go ahead.
Biggest regret? Siguro ang biggest regret ko, I was not able to pursue my MBA
Mhm.
and to become a doctor also. That's one of my frustrations.
Okay. Because you want, and
So,
you were not
syempre,
able to do that because nag-start ka na ng family. Is that
kasi
correct?
nanganak ako. After 2 years, manganganak ulit. Tapos after
Mhm.
2 years, manganganak ulit. Parang ganun. Ganun.
May family
Eh, syempre,
planning.
oh, eh, syempre, hindi ko na, hindi ko na kayang pagsabayin yung mag-aaral ako, may asawa ako, maghahanap buhay din ako, tapos mag-aalaga pa ako ng baby, 'di ba?
Oh, yes, yes. Oh.
Mahirap pagsama-sabayin. Kaya nga 'di ba sa babae, sabi nila, kung gusto mong maging successful ang marriage mo, you have to give up your career for a while.
Mm.
For a
For a
while.
while. Okay, for a while.
Hindi mo pwedeng pagsabayin ang marriage life mo and your career. Eh, I don't know ha, sa iba. Kung napapagsabay man nila, better than not, hindi ganun kaayos ang marriage life nila. Kasi, dapat may trabaho ka na, 8 hours ka in the office. And pagdating mo sa bahay, dapat may quality time ka din. So, tutulungan mo yung anak mo, gumawa ng assignment, magluluto ka for the dinner. Tapos,
Yes.
minsan maglalaba ka pa, iwan mo lang yung labahan sa washing machine, di ba? All of that, yung household chores.
Yeah.
Mahirap,
Tapos quality time
mahirap.
pa. Ano na papasok yung quality
So
time
yun,
with husband
ako
pa.
yun ang biggest.
Okay, but what is your greatest achievement naman?
Siguro yung biggest achievement ko naman, na na-pursue ko rin yung dream ko na magkaroon ng business.
Mm-hmm.
So, yun. Yung travel agency ko.
Yeah.
And that time, I also work with Philan Life as a financial advisor. Pinagsasabay-sabay ko yun.
Mm-hmm.
Kasi medyo malalaki na sila. Di ba? Kumbaga,
Pwede ka nang kumaratsa.
Oo. Pwede ka nang rumatsyada kahit konti.
Yan.
So yun, sa akin yun.
Okay, right. And ako, Miss GIna, once natapos ng pandemic, yung travel agency mo, I'm sure it's gonna boom once again. Now, how about Miss Karen? Miss Karen, what's your biggest regret? And then, side by side, your biggest achievement.
Siguro as a mom, I wish I was more patient with my kids. But I guess it comes with being immature eh. I'm looking at my kids right now who's at an age where I was already a mom. So tinitingnan ko talagang napaaga talaga ako. Kaya yung wala pa akong pasensya, I'm immature, I'm too inexperienced to be a mom. And then yun na nga, parang I wasn't able to plan out my career or my adult life kasi these wonderful blessings came. But my biggest achievement, and we're really blessed and thankful, is that we were there for our kids the whole time when they were growing up. Yun yung luxury na meron kami. And alam naman natin yung camera noon, 'di ba? Film pa ang camera noon. So katakot-takot na picture ang marami kami sa bahay because we were there. We remember how they were when they were kids. And we can easily tell them about how they were when they were young, what they were doing, ano mga kinakain nila. Because yun, the luxury of time was given to us. I think that's a very big achievement for me and for my husband as well.
Yeah, beautiful. And all those memories, they will last forever. Like, like how exactly you see them nung
Yeah.
umakyat sila sa stage, yung performance nila, ganyan, di ba?
Mhm.
Okay, so I'm down to my last question, but we have a lot of questions here. Okay, because my last question, parang feeling ko related din sa mga questions nila dito. My last question here is, what would be your advice to other mothers? Okay, so here, ito yung question ni Erica. Sabi niya, as a working mom, what advice will you tell your children when they are about to face the world to work? Okay? So, unahin muna natin to. Yung papasok na sila sa totoong buhay na trabaho na. Ano yung advice na mabibigay mo sa mga kids nyo?
Okay. Okay,
Go
ako muna
ahead.
daw. Narinig ko si GIna kahit naka-mute siya. Ganun, superpowers ng mga mommies, no?
Yes.
Well, um, ako I'm a bit wary about giving advice because I don't
Okay.
want them to start off having a certain perspective na hindi nila narating on their own. I feel that
Mm.
they have to experience things, and maybe when they come home and tell us stories about their coworkers or the challenges they have at work, that's when we give advice. But
Mhm.
when they start to work, I feel that they should experience things on their own.
Experience it. Wow.
Oo. And
Oo.
yun.
That's a really good advice, no? Parang you want them to start on a clean slate.
Yeah.
Like so they enter with a blank sheet and then they can color it whichever way. Diba?
Yeah, because
Versus parang bigyan mo na sila ng ito yung lines, ito yung ganon, di ba? So,
sometimes kasi when we give advice, it limits other people from trying
mhm,
new things or experiencing new things.
mhm, mhm.
So,
Yeah, that's
they can
that's
try things.
that's that's good advice. Okay, thank you, Miss Karen. How about you, Miss Gina? What would you tell your children? Well, actually, malamang sinabi mo na to sa mga kids mo kasi may kids ka na enter the work world
Oo.
already. So, what did you tell
Ako,
them?
sinasabi ko sa kanila na dapat marunong ka rin makisama.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Pagka bago ka sa isang company, starting to work pa lang, kailangan uh, build connections o build relationships din. 'Di ba? Kasi hindi lahat hindi lahat makakamingle mo 'yan eh.
Mhm.
Meron ka ring parang other side ka diyan. Not everybody will accept you, 'di ba? Lalo na kung hindi kayo pareho ng I don't know kung sa horoscope.
Okay. Hindi kayo jive. Basta hindi kayo jive.
Hindi kayo
Not necessarily.
drive, oo. Saka, syempre, uh, always be connected din with your coworker, 'di ba? Para meron kang source of inspiration.
Mhm. Yeah.
Source of inspiration and maging support mo din sila.
Alam mo,
Kasi
maganda advice. Kasi para Miss Gina, no? So, lalo na sa some families na laging sila yung may attention, di ba? Yung pakikisama na portion, it doesn't come
oo.
naturally. Right? It doesn't come naturally. So, once they're out in the real world, eto na yon. Hello, kailangan mo makisama. Hindi lang yung
Oo.
gusto mo yung masusunod. di ba? Hindi lang yung opinion mo yung nagmamatter, right? So, that's good
Saka,
advice.
at saka ako, kahit maliit pa sila, tinuruan ko silang magdasal.
Mhm.
Magdasal. Just ask from God what you want and it will be given to you.
Mhm.
Hindi man agad-agad, pero ano ka lang, wait for your time. God's
Yeah.
will.
God's
God's
will.
will.
Okay, we have one more question. Okay, it says here, ito maganda yung question, so I'll read it out. With the career-driven generation nowadays, what advice would you give to those who are afraid of starting a family? Yeah, because they feel they're not ready. Okay, so like si Miss Karen, she started early, di ba? She was saying nga na she was too young. And then si Miss Gina, I don't know what age did you have your first child, Miss Gina?
23.
Oh,
24.
23.
I
24.
was 24. I got married at 23.
Okay, so mga
I
early
gave birth
20s.
at 24.
Yeah, so early 20s din, di ba? So, what ano na yung mabibigay yung advice? Kasi yung mga iba ngayon, ito, totoo, I'm in the wedding industry. The marrying age now is at 35 to 40. Okay? Nandun na yung marrying age. Obviously, because they feel that they're not
Wow.
ready to get married, they're not ready to have a family, ganyan. Ano yung advice na mabibigay nyo sa kanila?
Ako, okay.
Go, Miss Gina!
Ako, para magkaroon kayo ng long-lasting relationship, see to it na pareho kayo, religious.
Okay, pareho kayo. So, I guess, pareho kayo ng faith. Na
Pareho kayo ng
pinaniniwalaan.
faith
Okay, yes.
na pinaniniwalaan. Whether in a different religion kayo, halimbawa, siyempre, ikaw bilang babae, kung ano yung religion ng lalaki, you have to go through with your husband's religion. Or pwede rin naman si husband will go through your religion naman. Ano yun?
Why
vice
is this,
versa.
why do you feel this is important, Miss Gina?
Well, lahat naman, it is all in God. If you have faith in Him, di ba? He's the giver of life and everything na you ask for will be granted. You just have to wait.
You just have to wait.
Tapos, kailangan, ang relationship nyo, huwag masyado seryoso. Make it fun. Fun.
Fun, fun,
Kasi-
fun. I'm curious kung
Fun,
paano
fun,
ginagawa
fun.
ni Miss Gina fun yung kanyang relationship.
Hindi kasi, di ba, make time. Make time always for fun. Kasi, it should be our, what do you call this? It should be our go-to when things get tough. Eh di ba, kailangan, ano din, may pagka, ano ka ng konti, what do you call this? Masayahin tao. Lagi
Yes.
kang may positive attitude kasi we only have to look at our children
Yeah.
to see how important fun is through life, 'di ba? It can bring us back. It can help us bring back to kahit down to earth pa. At saka iba yung lasting memories pagka masaya ang family.
That's true. That's true. That's right. How about you, Miss Karen?
Hindi na magsasaka bilang bahay si husband.
As long as masaya. That's
As
correct.
long as masaya.
Miss Karen, are you back? Nag-on and off yung connection ni Miss Karen. Miss Karen, I want to find out what would be your advice, again, for those who are, yun nga, yung afraid to start a family. Like, tumanda na sila, ayaw na nila magpamilya. Right? So, what advice would you give them? Nawala si Miss Karen.
Oo nga, nawala.
Nawala si Miss Karen. Okay, so, hopefully, Miss Karen will still come back, but we're actually about to close. Ayan, Miss Karen, are you there?
Yan.
Ayan na. Hello? 3, 2, 1. Hello, Internet. Hi, Miss Karen. Are you here? Hello? Hello? Paging. Okay, habang Miss Karen is trying to connect, Miss GIna, can you give your last few words? What is your advice to all of the mothers out there?
Okay, to all the mothers out there, we need women who are strong. They can be gentle, so educated. They can be humble, so fierce. They can be passionate, so passionate. They can be rational, and so disciplined. They can be free.
Wow! Ang dami nun. Sana kaya natin lahat yon, mothers out there. Okay, Miss Karen, are you here? Yes. Crew.
One last thing, Miss Janae.
Yes.
Always put God in the center of your life.
Okay, yes. Always put God in the center of
The
your
center of your
life.
life.
Yes. I think everyone will benefit from that. Miss Karen, last call for you. Alam mo, ganyan talaga si internet, no? Para lang yan yung mga aso dito sa tabi-tabi namin. Kapag nag-FB live ako, tsaka sila lumalabas, ganun. Parang ikaw, kung kailan mag-FB live, tsaka yung internet mo nagiging faulty. But that's okay. Adya lang tayo. Adya, laban-laban lang po tayo. Thank you to everyone who watched our episode tonight. And sana po ay meron po kayong natutunan sa ating mga business owners. Again, my name is Janae Rabe, of course. And saying to all of you that let's keep things real so that your business can be supreme. We'll see you next week for another episode, another Mother Days special next Wednesday night. We'll see you. Bye-bye.
Thank you,